That was quite the hike in. I tried a different trail to my location today, and believe it or not, I got lost for about 10 minutes. Didn't work out the way I planned. We've got a really fun day planned for us. I brought the stove out here. We're going to test drive it. It's going to be the first field test, but first let me get this pack stowed away so we can get started. Made this nice little hanger for my pack, put it on a tree. That way it keeps it off the ground and limits a couple of the bugs that kind of try to climb in there with me. That helps out a lot. There we go. That ought to do it. Keep hearing turkeys off in the background over there, and it is turkey season. So let's get some stuff out. Weather conditions today, I want to say about 60 degrees. Very light wind for a change. And definitely no chance for rain. Before I even get started, I'm going to crop dust this area. We have a real big problem with ticks this year and really don't want to get one of those on me. So I brought somewhere, oh, there it is, a little off. Would crop dust the tree and go ahead and hit the ground here real quick. Just in case. So I do not like ticks and bugs. Alright, let's go ahead and get set up here. I'm going to have to do some reconfigurations for the rocks here before I get the stove out. Before I do that, I'm going to put my gloves on because there's just really no telling what's underneath there. I do not want to get bit. But place has kind of grown over since spring has sprung. Bet you could hardly recognize the location. And I got a great little shade tree here. It's probably not helping out the camera any, but I'm gonna be out here all day and enjoy myself. Nope. All right, we're good. Oh, little spider. Yep, here's our oven. And we're going to use charcoal today. The reason being is the temperature and the consistency of it makes it easier to cook with the oven. You can use wood pellets to work too, but I think we're just going to use charcoal. There we go. See if we can get this level. Not bad. Let's see. That's come up just a notch. Oh, that's gonna be perfect. Did some modifications to it, and I'll show you those here in a little bit. So let's go ahead and load some charcoal in our stove and throw the fire starters in. That was good. I brought 2 bags out here because I'm not really sure how long I'm going to be out here today, and I brought 2 meals with me. Let's see. Let's load a little bit more in there. You don't want to get it too full because this charcoal burns really hot. Oh, another fire starter. Throw our fire starters in. I think we'll just use 2 today. Go ahead and light that up. There we go. Alright, while we're getting that heated up, I want to show you some new additions I made to my pack I think you'll enjoy. Added some new equipment on there. Let's go take a look at that real quick, shall we? I decided, you know I like to do a lot of fishing. I'm sure most of you have already figured that out. I decided to put a fishing pole on here. And I went and looked at a couple of the collapsible fishing poles, and while I was playing with it in the store, I freaking broke the darn thing. Can you believe it? And I'm thinking it was about $20, and by the time you bought a reel for it, you're looking at, oh, I want to say what, 30, 40 bucks. And I got to looking around, I found this fishing pole made for youth. It's a beginner's fishing pole. It's $10. If I break it, who cares? It's got the rod and the reel on there. It's very small. And what I did is I made a little tube here to put it in the pack. And it fits in just, I think this is like a 1-inch PCV tubing. Threw a little camo tape on there. And to hold it on the pack, I just simply added some Velcro, go around the support frames, and put a little piece of Velcro on the tubing itself. That way it doesn't slide off the pack, and I'm sure you can get many uses out of this. So there's the fishing rod. Now if we come over here to this side of the pack, I added a couple another new little thing I think we'll both enjoy. I picked up this really nice Midland weather radio. It's the M55. It was very cheap. It was, I want to say probably not even $19. And basically you push the switch all the way up for alert. And over here on the side, if you take a look, there's the button to test it to make sure it's working. Isn't that about an annoying noise? And here next to it is your volumes. Then you push it down in the middle. There's a middle setting on there. You can actually hear the NOAA weather radio forecast.
With a high in the lower 70s. South wind 9 to 18 miles per hour becoming west. Winds could gust as high as...
Isn't that the neatest thing ever? So let's go ahead and put that back in the pack. I mean, for a little extra added security, it comes in real handy. For a lot of you people that's been out in the back country, you know as well, you're in the hills, you can't see the horizon very far, so it doesn't take long for a thunderstorm to sneak upon you. So I was thinking, you know, a little extra safety precaution, and for the price, if I break it, who cares? Well, it looks like our fire is ready. I think we can go ahead and start putting our stove together and get it set up, and I'll show you the modifications I made to it. We'll go ahead and get the stuff out of the pack for the stove. I brought the temperature gauge from home, so girlfriend finds out I'm in deep, you know. Let me grab that. I know it's in here somewhere. Oh, there we go. Let's go ahead and get our stove put together. Yeah, where do you think you're going? The thing I did to the stove, I was having a real hard time controlling the temperature. So I basically just drilled 3 holes here in the top. And then I took a piece of another tin can and cut it in kind of half moon shape, put a little lever on it. That way you can shut and open and control the heat. It actually builds up in the stove itself. I just went ahead and put a little pop rivet in there. Of course, I used these stainless steel pop rivets because the aluminum, they're going to get really warm and probably snap on you and break, and they do release a lot of toxins. So we're going to go ahead and preheat our oven. I think what we're cooking today calls for, I think it's 350 or 450 degrees. So let's go ahead and preheat our oven real fast. To be honest with you, it probably is not going to take very long at all for the oven to heat up. Go ahead and make sure that vent at the top is shut. Yeah, we're good. Okay, while that's heating up, I'm probably sure it's going to take 10 minutes or so. I'm going to grab the camera and just kind of show you where we're shooting at from today, check out the location, and how much vegetation really grows in the springtime here. Eventually it'll get to the point where it'll be almost impassable to get down to my location, so I'm thinking I'm probably going to, don't tell anybody, purchase a canoe. Yep, a canoe. But let me take a look around and show you. If you look how thick that is, look at that, isn't that beautiful? I had to cut my way in today, and it didn't help. I was a little bit off course. Yeah, that's my luck. I'm thinking if I do get a canoe, you look right down there, that is a great little landing spot. And look how clear that water is. You know what? While we're doing some cooking, I think we ought to get the fishing pole out and set it up and see if we can catch anything. Now, I didn't bring any bait with me, so I'm pretty sure we're going to go fishing for, actually looking for worms here in a minute. But I got everything else. Got the pole. And somewhere in here, oh, I found my dessert. Ice cream sandwich. There you are. It's my little fishing kit I made. This was featured in the, I think it was the Mountain House mac and cheese. If you want to check that out, I'll kind of show you a little bit more about it in there. And I did add a stringer there, a real lightweight stringer I found for really cheap. Let's go ahead and throw a hook on here. Let's see. Let's go with a 3, I think. That should work out great. Get the darn thing open. There you go. Yeah, it looks a little bit bigger. I think that'll do the job. Get you right there. And what I did is, instead of tying a hook on there all the time, it's kind of a pain in the butt, went ahead and put a little baby clasp on there, and it would make things a little bit easier for me. That'll work. Maybe. Perfect. And I picked up some bigger bobbers too, I found on special. Let's grab one of those and throw that on there. Let's go ahead and stow this away for right now. The question is, where did I put it? Let's see here. Oh, there you are. This little cheap bobber, stow that on real quick. Yeah, we're all set up. Let's go ahead and check. Let's put this little guy down here so we don't lose him. There we go. Let's go and check, see how our oven's doing. Whoa! I think we're ready. Before we go looking for worms, we better put our food in there. I bet you're wondering what I'm going to be cooking. I was thinking a lot of you had a lot of great suggestions out there, brownies, which I'm going to do. And I've already done a couple pies in there and a couple other items. But I'm thinking, why not a pot pie? Yep, I drug a pot pie out in the woods, believe it or not. Let's go grab that little sucker and throw him in the oven because I think we're pretty much up to temperature. I'll be right back. Yeah, we're going to be using a budget pot pie for this, and I think you got a little squished in the pack. And let's see what the instructions say. 400 degrees. We're a little bit over 400, so we're going to crank the top open just to let some of the heat out of there, about 2 notches, see how that works. Then they say when you cook it in the oven, anywhere from 32 to 34 minutes. Well, with this thing, it's kind of really hard to judge, so I brought a instant thermometer we can shove in there, and when the temperature comes up to 165 degrees, it should be done. So let's go ahead and pull it out of here. And of course, you're supposed to pop a couple holes in the top. I'm not exactly sure why. Let's throw that little booger in there. We'll check. Oh, that's pretty darn warm. We'll check back on him here in a little bit. And make sure you definitely throw your trash away. I got my little bucket over here. I'm just going to throw my trash in a bucket. I'm thinking, let's put some gloves on and see if we can find some worms. Maybe we're lucky. Maybe we'll get lucky today. If not, we'll just use a little piece of the food off the pot pie as bait. Now, you really don't have to dig for worms. You can usually find them under rocks. But the problem with that is there's a lot of other things in there. And it's not yet, but getting real close to snake season, and we got a lot of copperheads down there, so you kind of want to be careful when you start flipping rocks on. I like to wear my gloves, and they're a lot easier to find in the rain, trust me. After it rains, they come out everywhere. So let's see what's underneath this rock. Yeah. No. Nothing there. Let's try this one. Yeah, I would flip that other rock over, but you see there's a hole right there. That could be a snake den, and I just don't want to risk that. Let's go up here and see if we can find something. Huh. Not even a freaking beetle. Got a lot of roly-polies though. Alright, let's flip one more rock. If not, we're going to have to grab some food from the pot pie later. Alright. Actually, I don't know if you can see him. That little guy right there would work great as bait. Oh, wow. See the size of them birds? Yeah, maybe they'll come back. Let's roll a couple logs and see what happens. Yeah. Wait a minute. Let's see what we got here. What a darn thing. Oh well, I guess it's still early in the season. Yeah, let's go down there and check on our pie and see how it's doing. Yeah, crap. It would appear we've lost some of our temperature. I'm going to have to add some more charcoal to bump it up a little bit. Thank God we got 2 bags, huh? Gently remove the top so we don't disturb the pie. Dump actually right there. Help get that charcoal going. I'll throw you on there. bad. I'm going to go ahead and close the vents, and I'm not done looking for worms, to be honest with you. So I'm going to go hunt for some worms while this comes back up to temperature. Well, I went out, turned up some rocks, didn't find a worm, didn't even find a freaking beetle. I did find a very angry colony of ants. Yeah, so I'm not done looking yet, but I figured since I've been gone for a while, I need to come down here and check on the stove and see how it's doing. So let's take a little look inside and see where our temperature's at. Oh yeah. We're up to a nice 400 degrees, and the pot pie is starting to sizzle. That means we definitely got some cooking going on here. I'm thinking about another 10 minutes, and I threw a couple sticks in there to speed the process up. Charcoal just wasn't working out as fast as I thought it would, and I don't want to burn it all up in case I catch a fish tonight. You never know. So we're going to give that a little bit more time, and I probably should open the vent just a touch. And we're going to check it with the instant thermometer here in a little bit and see how we're doing. It's actually starting to smell pretty good in there. Let's take a look at inside and see how we're doing. Whoa, hello. 450, and that little booger's definitely riz up quite nicely. I think I better go get the instant read thermometer and see what our temperature is. They say about 165 it's done, but I think we're pretty darn close. Let's go grab that out of the pack. I know that guy's in there somewhere. I'll shoot a little orange juice real quick. Yeah, that's a good looking. I'll have to show you that later. This tree's starting to come into bloom since we've been out here. Pretty amazing. All right. Here it is. Instant read thermometer. Go. Let's put it in there and see what we got. Now the temperature we're looking for at is 165, I think. I'm gonna double check that. Yep, 65. Huh. I think we've exceeded the 165 limit. That's pretty good. I'm thinking we better go ahead and pull this out real quick. Let me go get a towel. I'll be right back. Set us up a little place to eat. Yep, no worms. Thinking we better use the glove on this one. We're going to let that cool off definitely for a little bit, because I do not want to get burned. So let's give that about 5 minutes to cool off. I'm going to dig out my spork and see if I got any salt and pepper in here. Alright, looks really good. Still a little warm. Ugh. Let's grab our spork and see what we got. You off, Brian, getting all dirty. There you go. Spider. Just got attacked by a spider. Okay, let's see what we got in there. Oh yeah, look at that. Took a little bite. That's not bad at all. That's pretty good, and we made that with the oven. If you're interested in how the oven was made, you want to check out the oven build. I'm gonna enjoy my pot pie. Oh, that's really nice. And I think I'll save a little piece of meat out of there. We can put on our fishing pole. Maybe we try to catch some fish. Yep, there's one right there. Well, I hope you've enjoyed our oven field project that we came out here and got to test out. I've decided we had a change of plans, and I'll show you why, because I'm going to have to bug out of here pretty quick for safety reasons, and I'll show you why here in a minute. Get a drink going. I don't know if you can hear this in the camera microphone or not, but if we look over there, and there is a swarm of bees. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to be real quiet for about a minute so you can turn your volume up and maybe you can hear it. Okay, turn your volume down. Okay, hopefully you turned your volume down before I started talking again. So I'm pretty sure they're not going to come across the water, but I'm not going to, oh, fish just jumped. I'm not going to risk it. So I'm thinking it probably wouldn't be a bad idea, just for safety's sakes, is to bug out and head into a different location. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to go head to the bait store and pick up some worms or maybe some crickets and definitely get some fishing done, because I still got a full day left out here. And maybe do some shopping for a canoe. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. I'd like to thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate your, can't talk right now. Appreciate your comments, and it's been our oven project. Thanks for watching. Before I take off, I want to show you that tree that just came into bloom, and I'm going to take you up to the trail a little bit as far as I can until I have to get the machete out. Update on the bees, they've calmed way down, so something over there has obviously pissed them off. And I don't want it to be me, so let's grab my bucket here. Got my trash in there. Area's nice and clean. And oh, look at that big ass bird. So I'm thinking the next time I come out here, it's probably going to be in a canoe. Now there's several different ways. Oh, there he goes again. Yeah, we missed him. Oh, there he is. He's found something to eat. Okay, so there's several different ways we can go out. I came in that way, which put me off course by, I want to say, a quarter mile. So I think I'm going to cut up this small ravine here and go to the ridge line and probably cut right a little bit, and we should be almost where my truck is. So it's going to be a nice, yep, I'm going to have to get the machete out. It's going to be a nice, I want to say 3-4 mile hike, so it should be good times. check back in a little bit here as soon as I get to the top. Show you the view one last time before I head out. I want to show you something here. Most people get out in the woods and think they'll never get lost and know where they're going. I'll show you why people usually get lost. Can't see the horizon, can you? Everything pretty much looks the same. But down that way, I want to say about 1.25 miles, that's the lake. And up that way, about 2 3/4 miles, that's where my truck's parked. You want to know how I know that? A couple reasons. There's an airport over that way that I can hear the Cessnas taking off. And, oh, listen. Hear that? Sounds like either a tractor or a very angry motorcycle that way, so that means the road's up there. So even though you're not using a GPS or a compass, usually sounds really help out quite a bit. So I'm going to hike it on up another 1.5 miles and just stop and take a little break. And I've got about another 1/4 mile left before I'm out of the woods. How do I know that? I actually found a trail. There and there. Just down that way is the lake. And over there somewhere is the gravel road. Hear how quiet that is? Isn't that awesome? There's what we cut through, and voila, gravel road. As a back up, I just got to cut through all this brush here, hit the road, and I'm thinking I'm gonna have to hike that way about 1 mile, and I'll run into my truck. Well, this has been your bonus footage. Hope you enjoyed today's adventure, and as always, thanks for watching.